going to be looking at some poses that work with the abundant energy, the fire energy in the navel center, also known as the solar plexus, Manipura Chakra. So please, if you've had a boiling hot day in the sunshine and you want to start your practice in supine, semi or lying down, do so, or join me in seated. And we're going to begin just by bringing soft awareness to that navel center. So you might want to place a palm onto your belly and soften that area. And of course, invite some relaxation into the shoulders, into the face, and into the body. And just begin to welcome a flow of breath through the nose, in through the nose and out through the nose. And can you allow and welcome that breath into your belly? So let the belly rise on the in-breath. It's just a subtle feeling of inflation. And then feel the belly deflate, descend on the exhalation. The Manipura Chakra is an energy site which is situated in the spine behind the navel, and it really serves as a symbol, an esoteric or a psychic symbol of assertiveness, of dynamism, and of energy. And for me, for you, during lockdown and during this transition period when ease starts to occur, it's really about that self-discipline, that willpower that allows you to keep going when we are, as we know, in some challenging circumstances. So let the belly rise and fall as you breathe in and breathe out. You'll also feel the chest and ribs expand. And this doesn't have to be a big effort. It can be a subtle internal feeling of breath movement. And when you're ready, on the next exhalation, assist that exhale by breathing out all the way to the ending. So prolong your exhalation. And at the end of the exhalation, just draw the ribs in, draw the navel in, and feel the muscles around the front, back, and sides of your torso assist that exhalation. So what you're doing is you're creating a contraction and engagement of the muscles from the heart to the navel and to the root. So just 3 more rounds of breath using that more emphasized, focused exhalation. Now, your adrenal glands, located just above the kidneys, are also associated with solar plexus Manipura Chakra. And of course, if we're stressed, we're going to release more cortisol and we're going to have an imbalance in hormones. And when we are stressed, when we're in the fight or flight syndrome, digestion is disrupted or interrupted. So yoga for this area has a multitude of benefits to the practitioner. Couple more focused, conscious yoga breaths. Exhaling fully to empty vessel, contracting the belly, squeezing all the air out. And then release that practice. Depending whether you're seated or lying, please mindfully make your way from either your seat or your supine and come over into all fours. And we're going to repeat just a couple more rounds of that breath in abdominal hollowing. So starting to awaken more energy in that navel center. So as you press the earth away and find your tabletop back, crown lengthens away from the tail. Inhale and just feel the expansion of the rib cages, the heart, the lungs. And on the exhalation, draw the belly in deeply, navel to spine, and round the shoulders. As best you can, push the earth away, and the shoulders consciously round, the scapulae draw around the rib cage, and pause in that rounded position, and then slowly release back into your all fours. So breath in here. And now the sound of the breath out through the mouth. Hollow scoop. Pause at the end of the exhale. And again, inhale. All fours. Exhale out through the mouth as you round, hollow the abdomen, and awaken that belly center. And then knees are on that padded area. Rise up to high kneeling. And as you breathe in, extend the arms overhead like a full body stretch and or arc back. As you exhale, reach the arms forward for yoga puppy dog. So forehead rests down onto the earth. And as your tail rises up, just in line, pelvis and hips in line with the parallel knees, you find this sloping energy and the spine is in full extension. But please avoid turning the tailbone up to the sky. Please don't find a cat arch. Instead, draw those belly muscles in, draw the rib cages in, so that you hug the postural muscles around the backbone. Forehead is resting, arms reaching forward. Now again, fly up to the sky with full length of the in-breath and open arch. And hug in those muscles as you exhale. Bow to the earth, reach fingers and thumbs forward, and forehead releases down. And now come into down face dog. Curl the toes, reach the buttocks towards the feet. Give yourself a little nuzzle, a little wiggle, and then drive those hips up and back. And languid, slow motion, mindful pedaling of the legs. As you inhale, exhale, bending one knee and lengthening through the other leg, heels reaching back and down. Mindful of the breath and motion. Rise up onto your high heels now. Again, push that out the way, so feel strong enough to bend the knees and stay up high in that down face dog. Or if very fatigued, place the knees down and use this next posture motion from an all fours position as an alternative. So all fours or down face dog, and then sweep your right leg up and back. Extend out through the hip and bring the knee in towards the heart, chest, or the nose. Rounding the spine and then releasing back to down face dog or your all fours. Rise now the left leg, curl the knee up and back, bring that leg up into hip extension. Find the breath and on the exhale, curl that knee into heart, nose or face, rounding the spine, hollowing the belly. And then release back to down face dog. You can press the heels away if that's appropriate to you. Bring the knees down and soften the body onto the thighs. Forehead rests. Now pull the body forward, and as you draw the heart away from the pelvis, lengthen all the way along the mat. And release your left arm out to the left. And release your right leg out to the right. And as you extend, raise the chest a small amount. Reach the left fingers away from the right toes in a diagonal. And breathe across the core strength of your back. And release. Notice how you feel. This is about finding that abundant fire energy in the belly center. So your belly muscles are just pressing down onto the earth and you've got this compression. Right fingers reach to the right, left toes reach to the left. Raise the chest enough, extend the right fingers away from the left toes as you clear the knee and strengthen your paraspinal muscles, but you're gazing into the earth. Be able to breathe and relax. Press the hands under the shoulders, and as you lift up and back, send the buttocks back towards the feet and re-enter your down face dog. Breathe and feel. Pull up through the belly. Right leg reaches up to the sky. Send the left heel back and down or bend the left knee. And 3 now in a row to promote strength if you can. Right knee to chest, rounded plank. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Right knee comes into heart and chest. Release, pedal, and bring your mind into that strong body. Left leg reaches up and back to the sky. Left knee to heart, face or chest, rounding. 2 more. Inhale, 3 left dog. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, curl. And then again, release down into child pose. And soften the body onto the thighs. And breathe around your low back, mid back, and upper back. And then travel back into all fours. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and turn the lower right leg out to the side. Place your right hand to the right, or even make a fist in the right hand. And as you slide the left leg away, open your heart and spread the top hand. Gaze up to the thumb. Now anchor that left leg in front of your mat and then reach both arms up. And salute the sun as you look up to the sky in a high kneeling variation of Parigasana, the gate pose. Now, as you begin to reach over to the right, see if you can pause for a moment here and feel, again, this lovely container of strength. It's like the navel center is radiating out from your center, a bit like a starfish, and you've got these muscles just hugging in. Remember to mindfully reach over, bring the right hand down to the earth. Perhaps you can take that left arm over the ear, have a really good, feel-good opening of the left side body, and then press that left foot into the earth and pull up again to high kneeling. And salute the sun. And then release over to the right. Hover, if you can. Belly muscles are strong. And take the right palm down and the left hand down. And come back to all fours. And walk the hands to the front of the mat. Curl the toes. and rise up into yoga plank. Squeeze the legs together, push the earth away, and be able to breathe well. Every time you exhale, hug the muscles in. Now bring your knees down. Everybody slowly lower down to the earth. And again, reach your legs up and back. And as you rest the forehead onto the pillow palms, practicing a little more of that belly breathing. So bring awareness into the belly center. This is the pose of Advasana. So it's front lying Shavasana. And as you tuck the chin, be completely aware of the movement of the belly against the yoga mat or your blanket or your surfaces. Just let that undulation happen. Let the soft rise and fall of the belly. The facial muscles are really soft. Just allowing the body to rest into the breathing. And then again, slide the palms under the shoulders, press up and back to all fours, or reach the buttocks towards the feet, child pose. And then we're going to come into high kneeling again. So rise up and salute the sun and feel that lovely awakening of the body in the front line from the breastbone to the pubis. So opening up this lovely soft spine here, this esophagus, this channel here. Everybody in high kneeling on your folded mat. If you've got a folded blanket for your knees, always a good idea. And let's try that once more. So lift your energy up and out, spread the fingers, gaze up and open. And then circle the palms and bring the hands down and heels of the palms in line with the navel center. So we're moving back into the Parigasana variation. Place the palms under the shoulders in all fours. Press the hands open, root through the index finger and thumb, and just step your left hand half a hand forward. As you rotate out on the left knee, reach the right leg away and open up to the sky. Press the right foot into the earth. Perhaps your right arm can reach over the ear. So just find a good space for that right arm. You can always circle that shoulder if you've had one of those lots of day and time over the desktop. If you've been sitting at the computer today, you need to get some space into the chest. Now press through both legs and rise up. Again, salute the sun. That right foot, right leg reaching away from you. A bit like Vashisthasana, the side plank. Can you anchor the strength of your body as you start to lean to the left? And it's through the front, through the oblique muscles and through the strong muscles of the back. So you feel connected, heart to navel to root. Pelvic muscles are strong as well. And then slowly release back down. And find your second Parigasana. Perhaps you want to look up, maybe you want to look down to the earth, take another breath, squeeze and rise up. Breathe in, open, and then as you exhale, slowly lengthen, lean, feel how much support you can gain in the body, and then surrender down, curl the toes, rising up. Down face dog. Coming into warrior one now. So Again, as we extend the right leg up and back, bend the right knee and pivot the hips so that you find dog hip opener. Breathe and feel the joy of this posture. It's a strong pose, but also offers a lot of flexibility to the hips. Draw the right knee forward and under your heart. Turn the left heel in and salute the sun. Rise up to the warrior one. Up. Circle your hands and arms and bring them into the heart center. Look forward. And as you step forward, bring the left foot to meet the right and then sit into a high, medium or low Utkatasana. Sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Take a moment here. Perhaps you'll want to adjust your chair pose. So maybe tuck the tail under a little bit, maybe sit back a little bit deeper. It's also fine to bring the hands back into Namaste. When you're ready, breathe in, exhale, tip forward, and again, step back to plank, squeeze the legs together, pull up through the navel center, and send the crown away from the tailbone. Now you can stay here, you can bring your knees down, but keep strong in the center, or you can shift to the left. On the outside edge of the left foot, take the right foot in front and open the chest in a mini side plank. The right hand down, return to plank if you wish, and then spiral to the other side. On the outside edge of the right foot and bring your left arm parallel to the right, shoulder blades down the back. Pivot back to plank, knees down, seated kneeling. And again, as you find your seat of kneeling Vajrasana, place a palm, one or two, onto the belly. Close your eyes. Quietly appreciate the abundant energy that yoga provides to your mind, to your body, your breath, your emotions, to your soul, to your spirit. Allow your body to feel nourished by not just this practice, but by all that yoga offers you. A moment here of quiet contemplation. Of reconnecting. Sitting with yourself, observing the residue, the response, the reactions to the practice so far. And then unravel from kneeling Vajrasana, the thunderbolt pose. Let's go to the down faced dog and the warrior one on the second side. So buttocks towards the feet. Press the palms in strong intention and rise that tail up. You might want to be elongating both legs. It's also fine to soften the knees. And you may even want to bring your feet mat wide and spread out from all directions. Because when we spread out in all directions in Ardha Mukha Svanasana, the down faced dog, again you get that feeling of radiating from the navel center. So again, I want to use the analogy of a starfish, that it just feels like you are spreading that assertive dynamic energy out into your peripherals, out into the hands, out into the feet. We're going to use the dog hip opener on the left pelvic half. So curl the left leg up and back, give it a good long opening through the hip. Pay attention to that right leg, everybody. Make sure the knee, hip and ankle is in alignment. And then as you curl the hip open, that left foot draws towards the right buttock, pivot the hip, and then roll that knee back in towards the heart, chest or face. Take the left foot underneath the left knee, rotate the right heel in enough, look forward and slowly rise up. Virabhadrasana 1, lovely opening in the side bodies all the way to the fingers. Left knee is above the ankle and you are grounded. Circle your arms, bring them into the heart. And as you step forward, join the feet and then sit into Utkatasana, the powerful pose. You might want to sit back a little further. You might want to sit a little deeper. So take some time to adjust your chair pose Utkatasana. And remember to keep that long line of energy through the spine with a little bit of corseting and hugging of the midline. If it's appropriate to you, reach the arms wide or up. Inhale, exhale. Be able to breathe. Send the hands down into Namaste and then tip forward. And here find a ragdoll or Uttanasana or both. So shake out the head, shake out the neck. Deep exhale. Let the day that you've had drain away. Let some clear space come into the thoughts. If you're moving into Uttanasana, draw energy up the backs of the legs as you firm the legs and your body maybe folds in a little bit deeper. One good thing about the heat in today's practice is that it does help the joints feel more flexible and more open. When you're ready, bring the hands to the mat, come and sit down. Slide the buttocks into the center of the mat and roll the spine down for pawanmuktasana. So find that you're now lying on your back body. Draw both thighs into the chest, apanasana, and massage your back. And it's fine to close your eyes if you wish and just listen to the guidance, because you do know these poses. Keep hold of your right thigh as you reach the left leg out strong and long down the mat. And flexing into the left heel as you press the heel away from you and lengthen out of the left leg. Inhale as you exhale, curl into that right thigh and hug the knee, nose to the knee, and then gently release. And you can carry on with that same practice, about 3 to 5 more repetitions there, with the right thigh hugging down into the ascending colon. So this is really good for digestion. Otherwise, if you're feeling a little bit stronger or you want a change, bring the arms overhead as you breathe in. And as you exhale, curl up and send the fingers down towards that left heel and hover the left leg off of the mat. And just curl up a little bit deeper and you will start to feel all that fire coming into the belly. Letting go. Holding onto the leg a little bit, maybe cradling the shin, the knee, or the back of the thigh. What is that breath telling you? The breath after that strong action. So you might be repeating by inhaling as you exhale, curl the face, curl the nose, curl the neck, nose to knee, or as I say, reach forward and find yoga hip balancing pose and stay with a very strong connected spine. Shoulder blades draw down into the back. And then as you release, bring both knees into the chest. Reach your arms out in a T shape or a low V and roll the legs to the right. Hover the legs and then roll your legs to the left. So the legs are squeezed together. By the way, if this doesn't suit your back, pop your feet and toes on the floor and roll the legs in a regular supine floor twist. Yeah, but when the knees are tucked up towards the heart center, it just does give a different nourishment of massage along the buttocks, along the back, along the mid and low back, and also as you can feel how this engages more into your center muscles again, awakening the core. Let's pop the feet back down. Draw now your left thigh into the chest, armpit, shoulder, hugging down, compressing the descending colon. Reach out through the right leg, extend the right leg away. When you're ready, curl up, knee to nose, and release. 3 to 5 more, or the option is the hip balancing pose, or a mix of both. Arms overhead as you breathe in. Exhale, curl up, send the fingers down towards the heels, and then raise and hover the right leg a couple of centimeters above the earth, and keep breathing as you balance the energies, and you'll feel those muscles in the center just bubbling up and causing that little fire in the belly. Relaxing back. Softening the efforts as you just receive the breath. Just welcome the new breath coming through. So maybe you've got 1 more or 2 more repetitions, bringing the nose in towards the knee. As you exhale, inhale, release. And then fold both thighs in and pelvic circle. So just draw that lovely circle on the earth. Again, it forms a lovely massage for the back. And it's really quite restorative, especially after a long day at work, especially after the heat that we've experienced today. And it's a very hot June day to be grounded in an evening yoga practice. Again, release your arms into a low V or a T shape. You might want to roll the palms up, get some air on the skin. And then begin to use yoga bicycling, sanchalasana. So you can also curl up for this one if you wish. But essentially what you're doing is I feel like I've travelled down the mat. Just extending your alternate legs as you pedal those legs away from you. Now, you might feel that you just want to slowly pedal the legs up into the sky. What's important is that you gaze towards the toes, ankles, knees, and hips, and make sure that you have good alignment. Good alignment is part of the yogic value of ahimsa, and it really means that you are taking care of yourself through the practice on your own mat. If you want to increase that fire in the belly, then circle those legs on a bigger wheel, like you've got this big penny farthing, and also curl up and pedal away, maybe even a little bit faster. Just have some fun with it. It's quite playful. And maybe just until you feel that fire in the belly, that response, that abundant energy. And then lay down. Give yourself a little massage. And then place your feet in line with the butt bones. Grounded through the feet in semi-supine, knees are pointing to the sky. And you can, of course, engage your arms a little bit more fully by pressing the arm bones down into the earth, opening the chest. And then tuck your tail. Feel the spine imprint along the earth. And as you press through your feet evenly, float your pelvis away into Setu Bandhasana, Yoga Bridge. And this, of course, forms a really strong midline opening from the heart to the navel to the ribs. So you really feel this length coming into the body. When you're ready, hollow that belly and just peel down slowly. Let that body rest down. Find your breath. Soft, easy welcoming of your inhalation. Press the arms. As you exhale, let the spine ripple into the earth as you hollow the belly and hug the muscles into the backbone. Tuck the tail and curl the spine up. Press through the feet evenly, especially into the toe bases. And as you lengthen your thighs, close your eyes and allow calm reception of the grounding pose of Yoga Bridge, Setu Bandhasana. What this is doing is strengthening the core of your back. So you will feel those buttock muscles engage. Make sure that the inner thighs are also available to you. They're toning well and the knees are reaching forward. Now when you're ready, slowly ripple that spine down. So try to start that ripple action from the breastbone as you hug in and let the body release away. Bring the knees into the chest and roll up to sitting. And when you roll up to sitting, sit your buttocks onto your folded blanket, knees in front of you, and spine is upright. And reach the right hand over to the right and extend the left arm into side opening, Parshva Sukhasana or seated side bend. Left arm to the left as you reach and extend the right arm over to the right. And then send the arms forward beside you and we'll prepare for yoga boat balance. So curl the toes onto the mat. Slowly let the buttock bones draw underneath you. So you're resting on the tailbone and sacrum. You come off the center sit bones and then float your left and then your right leg up and stay centered. Maybe bring the palms into the midline. Can you balance? And then release. Let the legs just flow open casually and then tip forward and have a little bit of a soft fold of the body. Now in these troubled times, perhaps you feel like you are on some stormy waters at times. So can you float your boat? Maybe you'd like to have another go. So sit tall, curl the tailbone under, find that center strength. Here's the sides of the boat, and then can you float one or both legs up? Maybe your legs come out straighter. Maybe you need to bend the knees. Perhaps you'd like to reach the arms up. As I say, a leg or both legs might lengthen. And when you're ready, release those efforts. Let the legs just fan out. And then please come to seated Sukhasana Or feel free to return your body to supine for closing relaxation. So sitting in your seated cross-legged, or feel free to lay down. Remember that if you're laying down, shake out the legs, shake out the arms. Choose to lay fully in Shavasana or to have the knees bent and the feet flat in supine semi. Once you are settled, close your eyes and remember that yoga practice is often about making time for yourself, making room for yourself as it is. So as we begin this short relaxation, remind yourself for all of your uniqueness of your own situation that you are not the first person to feel this way, and nor will you be the last. Remind yourself that you are here to grow the understanding of your body, of your breath, of your mind, of your emotions, and to bring balance in whatever circumstances you find yourself. And to find deeper connection. Once again, invite release of the belly and the waist. Soften the shoulders, relax your arms and legs. Enter the breath, and we'll use Manipura Chakra, the navel solar plexus center, as the focus of the mind. The symbol of Manipura is a bright yellow lotus with 10 petals. So visualize that golden bright yellow lotus with 10 petals in your navel center. Within that lotus is a fiery red triangle, symbolic of the fire element of this energy center. As you breathe in and breathe out, visualize your positive energy in the form of light radiating from the solar plexus region. Visualize that light energy permeating your whole body. Since the solar plexus is also the center chiefly concerned with digestion and food metabolism, it is in your interest to offer yourself a longer period of Shavasana, up to 20 minutes, to evoke the rest and digest state, the parasympathetic nervous system. So whilst we've only got a few more minutes together here tonight, please remember to give yourself some personal practice of yoga relaxation at another time appropriate to you. While Manipura is also associated with ambition, of course, we need that to be in a balance with all of the other roles, all of the other characteristics that we possess. Allow a few more soft rise and fall of the navel center. Feeling the quietude, the radiant energy that you possess. And now let's close this practice. Gently open your eyes. Receive the residue of your breath, of maybe your calm body, maybe some clarity in the mind. Allow a full body stretch or fold your knees into the chest. And mindfully make your way back to seated. And as you return to sitting, bring your palms into your heart center. Bow the gaze. Be thankful of offering this practice to yourself, as I am truly thankful for your presence. Namaste, yogis.